Art used to be an Olympic event.
Here's what's happening at Swanee Middle School. Let's get started. From exploring techniques to starting new projects, the students in the art club have begun exploring their creativity. It sure looks like they're well on their way. Speaking of being on their way, the SMS FFA Club joined the SHS FFA Club this past week for their annual Fall Roundup. What's a Fall Roundup? Well, it's a time where the two schools come together to show the community and their supporters what FFA is planning to do this year. Our own FFA officers had a vital role in the ceremony. It looks like everyone had fun and learned a lot. This past week, the Kindness Club had their first meeting. Ms. Jolliker said they are still making plans, and anyone that is interested in joining the club can speak with her for more information. If you've been to any of our recent football games, you may have noticed the band in the stands. They are doing so well this year. If you know someone in the band, give them a high five for doing such a great job. The Building with Dads event is on the horizon. Ms. Jernigan says that there are lots of families already registered. She is hard at work getting everything ready. I'll be there, will you? This past week, the Kicking for Kindness Teacher Committee recognized their first kindness winners. One student from each grade level won a nice gift basket. How do you get to be a part of that contest? Well, teachers have tickets to give out to students that show acts of kindness. If you get a ticket, you can drop it in the library to be entered in a drawing. Kindness really does pay. Well, I think you're all caught up. That's all we have this week. Make it a great week. Join us next week for more of what's happening around the school.
The first artist used ashes from fire.
Here's your weekly sports recap. On October 3rd, we had our homecoming game. Despite all the efforts, the Bullpups lost the game by 8 points. While this loss was hard to take, it doesn't mean the Bullpups are out of the running in their conference. They played Taylor County on Tuesday. A win against Taylor means they still have a shot at the Big Bend Conference. We wish them all the best. There were multiple volleyball games. If you haven't seen an SMS volleyball game, you should. Did you know that in the volleyball, to win your team has to be the first one to reach 25 points, with at least a 2-point lead over the other team? That means the winning team always has at least 25 points. Our teams are great at making that happen. We here at Bullpup News wish them good luck as they head into Big Bend Championship this week. Football and volleyball weren't the only games happening this past week. The SMS esports team had some strong matches as well. The SMS esports teams are the only middle school esports team in this state to have live broadcasters. The broadcasters are actually called shoutcasters. This year, shoutcasting teams of Sawyer and Call teams have really lit up the airways. If you want to see a game in person on Thursday, check with Ms. Neal. There are very limited numbers of tickets available on the first come, first served basis. The teams love having a cheering section. If you can't make the game, you can always stream the games each week at smsesports.com. Finally, don't forget that the soccer tryouts are going on this week. Soccer seasons, here we come. Let's all make the effort to take in the game this week. We'll be there, will you?
Picasso owned a monkey, a dog, an owl, a turtle, and some cats.
Did you see what people were dressing up as for homecoming week?
Yeah, there was a lot of school spirit visible last week.
I agree. In case you missed them, here's some highlights.
not Friday?
Well, that's because Tuesday was our homecoming game.
And I'm sure you want to know who won homecoming king and queen.
Our homecoming king was Chandra.
And our queen was Tamiria.
This year's homecoming was one to remember.
Can't wait for next year.
What does agitate mean? Definition. Agitate means bothering someone or something until they get upset. Examples. Peyton's brother agitates him so much. I don't know how he deals with it all the time. This tag on my new shirt's agitating me. It's making red marks on me from itching so much. Do you know something that agitates you? And that's another word, add it to your vocabulary. See you next week for another vocabulary word.